Welcome back to another YouTube video. We are doing, oh, there's a leaf stuck by killing. We are doing the 7,000 mile review. You know, I was low-key, I was gonna do that 5,000 miles, completely forgot. But welcome back. I'll tell you what, people have had complaints about this bike the previous years, just like being on a brand new platform. I'll tell you what, the last 7,000 miles, I have had zero issues. Besides, you know, some Aprilia moments, but yeah. So yeah, I've had zero issues. As you see, I have Jaffro's race tune, I have a full system exhaust, and I have a bi-directional push piston down here. And I'll tell you what, every single mile on this bike was a fucking joy, bro. So shit is joy. You just listen to it. And yes, let's do these spitting flames, which is crazy for fun. I don't know, I'm not too in depth with the field, but I don't know that many 400cc's that spit flames. So that's fucking cool. Every single mile on this bike, as in a fucking absolute joy. Oh, and we're in neutral. It likes to do that. I have had zero issues. Oh, and we're in neutral.
It likes to do that.
I have about 8,000, 9,000-ish miles, I want to say. On motorcycles. This is my second bike. Oh, you gotta stop thinking of Red Bull, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see, you know, just park right here. Cool, cause this shit could get low. Also, give you a trick every biker needs to know: how to do this shit. Vital. My boys, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get a Red Bull, and I shall be back.
Before we get into it, I just want to say sorry. One of the audio clips completely lost, and the wind just fucking took it, which is very unfortunate. And I had my editor clean it up and try his best to recover it, but it ended up just not being good enough, so I have to record the audio solely. But it'll still be as good, and hopefully y'all stick around and enjoy it. So let's get into this. Today I want to talk about the rs457 and just the general review of it and what I think of the bike, right? So the rs457 has created a lot of buzz, and you know, after riding it, honestly, I can say it's one of the best beginner sport bikes in the market right now. It has a perfect balance of power, tech, and appearance, right? It's an entry-level bike, but it's sitting above the Ninja 400, but below the R7 or any like 600 or middleweight class sport bike. It's really a really good sweet spot for new riders like, you know, myself, that came from a Ninja 250 to a little bit of a bigger bike to, you know, have a little jump in power. And it's a really seriously capable and fun bike for how much power it has. Now, the heart of this bike is a 457 parallel twin with a 270-degree crank, which that crank gives it a really nice throaty sound and then a high rev scream once you get higher in the RPMs. Compared to the bikes like the Ninja 400, the Yamaha R3, it is extremely more punch off the line. Like, you feel the punch when you're coming off, and sometimes if you really get into it, it'll lift up on you because of how light the bike is. It'll lift up and do a power wheelie from first into second gear if you really get into it, which I don't know if the other bikes do that, but yeah, it has a lot more torque coming through the mid-range compared to any other bike. The one bike I could say that it compared to was the RC390, but the 457, it feels a lot smoother and it has more refined mid-range. So that is really nice. But if you jump up to like a R7 or R660, you know, they obviously have more power, but you get the same character out of the rs457 that you'd get out of an R7 or R660. It's just the 457 is a little bit smaller, and it's not trying to murder you. And you can't. The rs457 is something that you can stick on for a year or two and really learn the bike. Now, it comes with a twin spar aluminum frame, which you almost never see in the 3, 4, or 500cc category whatsoever. Bikes like a Ninja 400, CBR, and R3, they all use steel frames or tubular frames, and the aluminum frame makes it a lot lighter, stiffer. It means it just grips better to the ground, allowing you to corner better. So the rs457 with that frame is a really good beginner track bike, better than any other CC bike in its class, in my personal opinion, as a track bike. Now, for everything else, like the electronics, the rs457 is crowded. It's like a Aprilia, basically. It is an Aprilia. It's crowded with electronics. You wouldn't see this in, I don't know, actually any other bike that comes with Rain Eco in a race mode on a 400cc. It also has split ABS for the front and back wheel. Same for traction control, which is really nice. You can adjust the traction control and stuff like that on the 2 separate wheels. Very cool. And the Ninja 400 R3 and all the other beginner bike categories do not have that. So yeah, they really brought in, they took basically their R660 and tuned it down to a 400cc package, which I think is honestly really cool, and no other bikes besides the Aprilia rs457 have that. Now, when we think about other electronics, how does it handle on the road? Well, I'll tell you that. rs457 isn't like any of the other bikes in this category. It has an adjustable front suspension. You can tweak the preload and the dampening perfectly for your riding style, and most 400cc bikes don't even do that. So that is really cool. And the only other bike that generally matches the suspension is again the RC390. And yeah, no, this bike for the track is absolutely amazing. And yeah, and another cool thing is now newer bikes are coming out with it, but it has ride-by-wire, so you can have an up and down or a 2-way quick shifter, which is really nice. And none of the direct competitors even have this. The Ninja 400, R3, CBR 500, CBR 300, the Yamaha R3, I don't think, or the KTM 390 don't even have a 2-way quick shifter. So that's really cool from factory. And yeah, no, it's really cool, but there are some slight downsides to the bike, unfortunately. Of course, no bike is 100% perfect, but the seat on this bike is extremely firm. Coming down from a wheelie too hard or braking too hard, your balls will be punished. So just want to make that known that your balls will be fucking punished. Okay? Now, the downsides to this bike is the mirrors are definitely a little lackluster. I find myself often turning to see where I'm trying to look. Like, I'm out here shifting my whole fucking body to be able to look instead of using the mirrors. So that's another thing that fucking sucks that I gotta do. But other than that, though, the bike is pretty much amazing. But I have done a really long trip on the bike, and I will say, it does tolls on the back, which basically every sport bike does. But this fucking bike cracks my back, okay? That shit fucking hurts. But yeah, no, the 457 is definitely one of the best bikes in the 400cc category. Best electronics, best performance, and best suspension, hands down, for track riding. So yeah.